Today on the channel, from the G.I. Joe Classified series, Zartan. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel, as today we've got a fun one. You guys know some of the times I'm most excited doing these unboxing videos is when I get to unbox some brand new G.I. Joe Classifieds. And speaking of G.I. Joe Classifieds, make sure you hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below for all your G.I. Joe needs. Zartan, one of the heavy hitters in the G.I. Joe universe, the leader of the Dreadnocks, and a childhood favorite of young Kyle. I absolutely love Zartan, excited to have him in the line fairly early on. I mean, we're still very early on. G.I. Joe is still finding their way, their momentum. As we're seeing, we're doing repaints, they're doing the G.I. Joe Cobra Island thing to mixed emotions at best. So it's really cool to get Zartan in the traditional line, not an exclusive, traditional line. With the Cobra Infantry Trooper that was a Cobra Island exclusive from Target, a little bit of difference, but him and Zartan are in the same case, along with Scarlet, Roadblock, and Duke, who are repainted, which I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those. I don't know if I need two of each of those. I need at least one. But will I open it? Will I not open it? Oh, so many decisions as a collector, as a G.I. Joe completist. But back to our man Zartan. Like I said, the leader of the Dreadnocks, member of Cold Slither. Can't wait for the one day we get the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Cold Slither box set. That would be amazing. Zartan and the Dreadnocks are as heavy metal got in the G.I. Joe universe. It was the 80s, and they were punk rockers is what I always kind of thought of them as, heavy metal guys. Zartan being the leader, absolutely loved all the Dreadnocks, loved every single one of them, had them all as a child, including Zartan. And a little history of my collecting, Zartan was, I believe, the first or the second G.I. Joe figure I ever got, but definitely the first bad guy figure I ever got. I got Zartan in his swamp skier. And you guys remember that old Zartan figure back in the day? It changed colors if you left it out in the sunlight. And originally, this one had plans to do the same. The promotional material and the blurbs about this figure said that it would change color in the sunlight. I guess they stepped that back somewhere, but you do still see some blurbs and solicitations that say this glows in the dark, but I am told it does not. Obviously, that is more expensive, adds cost to the figures, all that kind of fun stuff. So they took that out of Zartan. Maybe down the road, maybe we'll get an exclusive or a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Zartan that glows in the dark, or you know, changes color in hot water, cold water, in the sunlight, and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we will, maybe we won't, but I think that's something that maybe in the future I gotta think we would get. Maybe even the retro line, if they do one of those retro lines like we see with the Marvel Legends down the line. But very happy, once again, to get Zartan. I can't wait to open this up. I hope it doesn't disappoint me, because this is one of my favorite villains in the G.I. Joe universe. But by all looks of this one, he looks very solid, so I hope that's the case. But we're going to do it like we normally do. We're going to take a look at the packaging, then we're going to unbox him, talk about it, give our final thoughts, all that kind of fun stuff. So let's look at the packaging on our boy Zartan. So there it is. We're somewhat familiar with this G.I. Joe packaging at this point. We've seen it a few lines. It's not brand new. I like the packaging. I don't know about you guys, but I like it a lot. You got the G.I. Joe logo down there with the lines. Kind of taking out the Real American Hero. You're taking out the red, white, and blue from the lines, making it more universal. I think that's probably smart if you want to sell more toys across the world. You can't have it just truly American line. Love the little picture here of Zartan, the little glamour shot they got of him. Absolutely love the figure. I love this background. You can kind of see it poking through. I can't wait to check that out. It looks like a Dreadnouks logo in here. Oh man, sign me up all day long. But you got the Zartan figure, you got the age requirement, you got a little warning up there. Very, very cool. On the side, you got the classified. They've taken away the blurb and the file card on the back, and they've given us this where we can go to the website and decode it. I've said it before, I absolutely hate that. I'm not sitting there decoding on a computer. I'm not going to do that. I want a file card on the back that I can read. That's what I want. But I like the coloring. It's kind of like a lime green, yellow, swampy color, I guess we'll call it. Because, you know, the Dreadnocks, they live in the swamps out in the outbacks of Australia. And you got number 23. So I guess Zartan truly is the Michael Jordan of G.I. Joe figures at this point. So he's number 23 in the line. This seems crazy. We're at 23 already. Very cool on the side. You got the picture of Zartan there with his mask. As you guys know, he could change faces and disguise. A master of disguise, old Zartan. Nice throwback to the old school G.I. Joe days with the guy with the bald head and the facial hair. It's a cool callback, but a cool diorama on the side. You got that Dreadnocks logo and up there. You can see a bunch of warnings on the bottom that we don't really care about. And then you got the back, which is cool. It's cool and disappointing at the same time is how I think of this back. You got all that warnings down below. We don't care about that. We love the mural picture, though. That is really cool. But why couldn't they cut this off and have a file card of Zartan right there? A little picture. Here's Zartan. Here's what we know about him. An explanation who Zartan is. Very, very disappointing they don't have that in this new line because, as you guys know, you G.I. Joe fans like me that grew up on G.I. Joe, and even into the most recent eras of G.I. Joe, the 25th anniversary figures, the file card was such a major point of G.I. Joe. I remember as a kid, I saved all my file cards. And I think kids today would do that. Collectors would do that. It would just be a really cool nod to the past. And that was such an important piece to G.I. Joe. And I think Hasbro is really missing the boat. Like I said, we talked about retro. I think there's too much money on the table. They're going to do retro cards 6-inch. I don't know when. Maybe in the next couple of years. It just has to happen. It'll probably be like a Walmart exclusive or something along them lines. But I guarantee there'll be the file card on those. So I guess that'll be good if that happens. But still, I want the file card. And I think I could put a poll out. I think 99% of you guys would want a file card for your G.I. Joe figures. But taking a look at this packaging, once again, I just absolutely love how Zartan looks in this package. I love the G.I. Joe classified packaging. I miss on my weekly figure hunt seeing Roadblock on the pegs. I don't see any G.I. Joes now, which is a good thing. That means they're all selling. I think people are buying more than they ever anticipated on this G.I. Joe line. Production's going to be jumping up. We know it will. It's just, where's the zenith? Hasbro doesn't want to make too many. They're trying to find the line, so I think every set will get a little more figures until they find out the stopping point. That's probably my guess how it's going to be done. That's how it's done in everything. Putting my business hat on. But Zartan comes with a lot of extra accessories. He's got a knife. He's got a blaster. Gotta have those. He's got his backpack. He's got the extra mask. I would love to see more face disguises. And we'll talk about that when we look at that a little bit. He also comes with a monkey's paw. And it looks like a snake head. I guess we'll investigate once we get those open. And without further ado, let's get this open. Let's see what's going on with Zartan here. Oh, man, I can't wait. Now I got to find another one of these to leave in the box. Oh, man, that is cool. All right, so they have the Dreadnocks Background. We'll talk about that first. This is awesome. I'm going to pull this out even. See you later. Oh, I love it. So this must be the new Dreadnocks logo. Look how cool that is. I love that kind of swampy green to it. You got the daggers. You got the snake head on top. Dreadnocks logo. It's kind of like a motorcycle gang patch. It's like a Motorhead vest. Very cool. And that's what you imagine Zartan and the Dreadnocks. They're like a bicycle motorcycle gang that listen to heavy metal and go to the punk shows and stuff like that. That's Zartan. Then they dress up as Cold Slither and you know, brainwash everybody. I love it. I absolutely love that background. I'm going to have to save this. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I'm definitely saving it because I'm an honorary Dreadnought at this point. I'm counting myself a member. I just hope this doesn't have loose joints, but this looks amazing. This looks truly awesome. I gotta think this is going to be one of my top figures of the year. Definitely will be in my top 10 G.I. Joe of the year. There's no doubt about this. At this point right now where we're at in this unboxing, absolutely love how this looks. There's the old plastic prison. I see no paint imperfections on this guy. Everything looks the way we want it to look. Can't wait to pull him out, and that's what we're going to do. Let's pop the backpack out first. Pop out the mask. Pop out his knife. Oh, we got tape. There it is. Jeez. Extra sticky tape on him. All right. Blaster. All right. There it is. We're clear. See you later. All right. First thing, we're going to look at the blaster. I'm going to do the figure last because I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I want this figure to be amazing. The anticipation's killing me. There's the old blaster right there. Typical blaster. Good for Zartan. He always had that kind of gun like that, so that's cool. Of course, we have the knife. Nice Outback knife. This is what you'd need if you're living out in the Outback in the swamps. That makes a lot of sense. Love this extra head. That's pretty solid. Like I said, big time throwback to back in the day with Zartan and his original Hasbro figure 3 3/4 with that extra head. Then you got the little snake head. Very cool. I don't know the significance of this. I don't remember him having this or the monkey's paw. Now, if I remember right, and I could be dreaming this is just off the cuff right now. I believe there was an old school G.I. Joe episode with the monkey's paw. And I remember him being horrified when the finger went down. I could have dreamed that, but I'm pretty sure that was part of a throwback. You know, Zartan being the guy he is, he was probably into that monkey's paw type stuff. All right, what do we got here? Oh, we got no loose joints. I love it. You guys know I love this. Oh, I'm getting chills opening this Zartan and having this thing in my hand. I love Zartan so much, so I'm so excited here. I mean, this is what I want of a modern day Zartan. I couldn't be more happy with this, just looking at this. This is a centerpiece of my collection. You know, people always ask me, what are your favorite figures and what's the best figure you own? And people think of, you know, figures that are worth thousands of dollars, which I have some of those. But things like this that I can get off the shelf right now are just as worthy as the top of my collection as something that's worth, you know, thousands of dollars or whatever. I just absolutely love this Zartan. Like I said, it's actually giving me chills right now. One of my favorite childhood toys. To get updated, modernized like this is truly a slam dunk. I absolutely love it. You know, he's got face paint on his eyes. You know, face paint. You know me, I love face painted people. Zartan fits that. He's got a hood. He's got a little mask you can put up over his face. This is what I want. This is what I want in a figure. I absolutely love this. Through the moon with this thing. I apologize for the excitement, but I love this thing. Man, I'm just soaking it all in. He's got a spot on his back. He can hold his knife in there. As we know, the great thing about these G.I. Joe classified figures is all the accessories can be stored on the figure. That is a game changer. Nothing worse than Marvel Legends, Star Wars, wrestling, whatever. You get all these accessories, they're great, but if you're not going to use them all, you got to throw them in a bin or a baggie and stuff. G.I. Joe, you can store everything on the figure. I think that is a game changer. Absolutely love that. Let's see, does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Of course he does. Ringside collectible stand. Save 10%. Use discount code Kyle. Perfect stand for him. So I want to look at all this. So this is the backpack here. And once again, this is a throwback. This is like an updated version of the old school Zartan backpack. It should open exactly like it does in the old one. The old one had that old school hinge on it. This one just plugs and plays. Love it. Fits on his back. And then the mask fits back there. So very cool once again. So look at that. You can store that mask inside, just like the old one. Put that bad boy in there. You've got some decor, some coloration in here. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to put color on the inside of the backpack, but they did. They took that extra step. And then this locks away just like that. You can hide that mask in there because you're not going to be using that mask all the time. I just absolutely love it. And then, yeah, so I'm starting to figure out these G.I. Joes. The more we get, how these interact and how these fit on here. And you got 3 little holes on the bottom of this backpack. You got holes on this thing. And there it is. You can store the monkey's paw and the cobra head right on the back. And it's nice that those are brown against the black. They're not all black. It's the little touches. This G.I. Joe line is amazing. If you guys are sleeping on this thing, get after it now. You need these Joes in your collection. Just absolutely amazing. I absolutely love that. Then you got the side here, I'm guessing, yeah. So look at this. You can just store everything here. You can store the knife here if you don't want to do it in his back. You can put the back right on there. Everything stores on this backpack. Plug it in his back. Zartan's off for his many adventures. Right like that. It's a big backpack. You know, the only negative with this, and it really isn't a negative, I can't fault them. Maybe they could have given us this Zartan in the Cobra Island. Nobody wants Zartan in Cobra Island. We want Zartan available to everybody. But if he was Cobra Island, maybe it would have been like the Baroness. It would have got his swamp skier that he came with back in the day. I'm okay with this. Maybe we'll get that down the line. It's not my most iconic vehicle ever, but it was a really cool nod to Zartan back in the day, that swamp skier. Maybe we'll get that down the line. But let's open up. I want to see how this face fits on here. You know, Zartan's a master of disguise. I wish it did come with multiple faces, but I guess you get what you get and you don't throw a fit, as they say. So his hood pops right off, just very easily, a hood. And then he's got his handkerchief here. You can put that around his face. You can do whatever. It's a repainted handkerchief type deal from the Cobra Viper, I believe we had that with. You know, Zartan without his hood looks weird because in the cartoons, I don't know if he was ever bald in the cartoon. I guess we knew he was bald, but you just didn't anticipate him to be bald. but very, very cool. I mean, you could pop this head on a wrestling figure and have this as a customized wrestling figure. But then let's put the head or the face on Zartan, see what that looks like. And that plugs on there extremely. It looks a little weird with the white eyes, but look at that. So you got a whole new character. Looks a little weird with the white eyes, like I said, though. I don't know, just a little touch off, maybe. But man, I love this figure. You guys hopefully can tell how much I really like this Zartan. Let's see how the knife fits. Knife fits like a glove in the back. Fits amazing. You guys know that Snake Eyes in Series 1 had some issues with that. It didn't fit quite all the way. This one does. The articulation is great. These shoulder pads even move with the arm, so it's not like that Scout Trooper from Star Wars Black Series. You can't limit their arm. It limits their arm. There's no articulation limitations here. The chest piece does not come off. Yeah, I don't see a place. You wouldn't want to take it off anyways, but if you want to cut it off, you could. But I love the tight joints on this. I love the accessories, how they pack together. I love Zartan. I love G.I. Joe. This is what I want. This is what I wanted figures in 2021. I can't be more pleased with this Zartan. If I gave a rating system, this would be a perfect review for me. This would be perfect. This is what I wanted my G.I. Joe classified figures. Just little tweaks with a nice nod to the past, with modern day playability and articulation. That's what this Zartan brings to the table. This is a no-brainer. If you see this on the shelves, you pick this up. I don't care if you only want a couple of G.I. Joe guys, you don't want any G.I. Joe guys. You need this figure in your collection. It's that good. I can't recommend this strongly enough. As of right now, as we said, I think this is my favorite figure of 2021. The year is early. We're only like 5-6 weeks in. This is going to be tough to top. I love this Zartan that much. So there you have it. G.I. Joe Classified number 23, the greatest of all time in basketball. Possibly the greatest G.I. Joe Classified figure of all time in Hasbro land of G.I. Joe. So there it is, Zartan. If you guys got this one yet or you're getting it soon, leave me a comment. I want to know your thoughts. Did it give you goosebumps like it gave me? I was getting the chills opening this thing. Just such a blast from the past, memories of old. This is exactly what I want. So you know I love it. Do you love it? You guys let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. You're already here. You watched this long. Give it the old like. Give me the old subscribe. We keep climbing with viewers every single day, so make sure you're subscribed. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Twitter, @SirPaul64, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, like I said. BelowTheCollar.com, Kyle Peterson. And that's it. So for Zartan, the Dreadnocks, Cold Slither, G.I. Joe, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys real soon.